"Don't worry, Enforcer. You can count on us," one of the senior members replied so that everyone could hear. The rest of them stood up and shouted, "Yes!" Kevin let them all eat and drink as much as they wanted. He fell asleep very late in the back room that Cook had reserved for him. The next morning, Kevin washed up quickly and drove straight to campus so he could get to Professor Murdoch's class on time. Penny passed a note to Kevin as soon as she sat down. It read, "Are you free tonight? I still owe you dinner." Kevin smiled and shook his head. Penny was still trying to make up for that whole thing with her cell phone. After their dinner plans were interrupted by Professor Murdoch, Kevin had completely forgotten about it. If she hadn't given him a note just now, he never would have given it another thought.
"Good work, Kevin. You've already made friends with the cutest student in our class,"
Dalton commented as he saw the note on Kevin's desk. Dalton knew about Penny's reputation, and he also knew that everyone in the school wanted to get to know her. Boy, would they be jealous to know that she'd actually asked Kevin out to dinner. It was a dream come true. "It's no big deal, Dalton. Do you want to come along?" Kevin smiled as he patted his friend on the shoulder.
"You don't have to ask me twice,"
Dalton replied happily. Of course he was married, but it was just a dinner with friends, not an affair. He was sure that his wife Miranda would trust him. "Sounds like a plan." Kevin wrote back to her very casually, "I'm free this evening, but I want to bring Dalton along too." Penny opened up the note and took a look at it. She quickly scribbled a reply and handed it back to Kevin. "That's up to you." The way she saw it, it was just a meal. It would be nice to have an extra person along. Just then, a woman walked into the room and went to the podium and put her briefcase on the table. Some of the students had noticed her in the halls, but nobody said anything inappropriate after what they saw happen to Chase Rogers on the first day of class. "Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Wendy Colt, your medicinal herb instructor. I'm in charge of teaching all of you how to concoct pills and make herbal medicine. Today, I'll take you to the pill room to take a look at our facilities. I'll also give you a sample pill while we're there," Professor Colt explained in a very professional tone. "Professor Colt, does this mean that the school still believes in concocting pills?" one of the students asked her hesitantly. "Of course. Medicinal pills are a very important aspect of personal growth and development. Good medicinal pills can help someone to advance by leaps and bounds," she replied very directly. "However, as there were fewer and fewer apothecaries over the years, we lost some of our knowledge base, so the current formulas are exceptionally rare. The preparation techniques that you will learn have been developed over the past several decades, from piecing together what information we had left, combined with modern pharmaceutical techniques. That's how we're able to approximate the original lost recipes," Professor Colt explained. "So even though they're not exactly the same as the pills of the past, we like to think that they're even better," Professor Colt boasted as she led the students out of the classroom. Most of these students had only seen a few herbal meds in their lifetime. Now they found out that they'd be able to learn the secrets of pill concoction. How could they not be excited by this? A few minutes later, they arrived at the science building and headed into the pill room. The enormous space was lined with exotic plants, and there were long tables running from one end of the room to the other. Each table had a large bowl and some preparation equipment that looked a little like kitchen utensils. Professor Colt divided the class into smaller groups. Kevin and Dalton were happy to see that they'd been assigned to the same group. Some of the other students were jealous to see that Penny was also put in Kevin's group. "Everyone, please listen to me. The school permits you to take any pills you make out of this room as long as it's been inspected and approved by the instructor. Please note that some of the ingredients have been artificially grown. They're very difficult to find in nature," she informed them. "You have to listen to my instructions very carefully. Don't do anything without checking with me first. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the healing pill. Its main purpose is to treat all kinds of external injuries. Under normal circumstances, it only takes 2 hours to take effect and heal your injuries," Professor Colt explained as she went to a large cabinet and took out 6 kinds of medicinal ingredients. She used the equipment on the table to measure and prepare the ingredients in the bowl. Then she lit a Bunsen burner on the table. While she was doing this, she continued to describe what she was doing to the attentive group of students. "Wow, Professor Colt is so awesome," one of the students exclaimed. "Yeah, this stuff's really cool," her classmate replied. A lot of them never thought they'd actually be able to witness someone making herbal medication. They watched intently as Professor Colt prepared one pill after another.
"Kevin, don't you know how to do that too? I'm very curious to see who's better, you or Professor Colt,"
Dalton remarked as he nudged Kevin in the ribs. "You also know how to make herbal pills?" Penny asked Kevin in amazement. But Kevin didn't answer their questions. Very seriously, he warned them. "Dalton, you and Penny should leave the room right now."
"What's wrong?"
Dalton asked him with a very puzzled look on his face. "Professor Colt must be distracted by talking too much while she's working. She just missed an important step and the bowl is going to explode in less than 5 minutes," Kevin quickly explained. They had to do something, and quickly.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.